Hi, everybody. I am making this for people that will be watching it later as well. So um, there's a couple more minutes. But I just want to introduce myself. My name is Lisa, and most of you know that. But for those of you that don't know, and I'm kind of nervous. This is my first time I've gone live. So um, as I said in my video that I made earlier in the week, I've just been being moved to share more personally and openly with you guys. And so I wanted to have this time to do that. And it's going to be something separate than the tarot card readings that I do. Um, but I'm thinking I'm going to do this, make this a weekly thing. And I want to hear from you guys. You guys give me feedback on this. Hi, Alyssa. And I want to get like feedback from you guys, like what you're interested in knowing. I know that just based off of what kind of emails I get from you guys, a reoccurring question I get is, how do I continue to laugh after having had been through so much? And like, how do I laugh at myself? So, that didn't come easily, but that's really what I want to um, base these videos on. It's just pretty much how I set myself free from just the the mind games that go on off in my head, and even doing this live, like I started this channel a couple of years ago, and just going live, like this is a huge deal. This to me shows just how much I've grown and what I've learned, and how much more confident I've become, because I would have never done. I had such a fear about doing this, and I'm so excited to see all you guys on. It's like because I recognize all your names from the comments and from Instagram, and I just really appreciate you being here. And I have so much love for you guys, and that's also part of the reason why I'm so moved to share my story, because you may not know it, but all of you that are a part of my channel have been such an inspiration for me to heal and grow. You've been just such um, a huge part of that, and it's like a pay it forward to you. The things that I've done to help myself just heal. It wasn't like anybody ever charged me for that. I was really blessed with the friendship of a very dear woman who um, I got to spend 13 years of my life with her. She was my best friend, and she was also very much like a mother figure. She loved me unconditionally, and um, I had never experienced that when I met her. I met her when I was 29, and I met her at the worst time in my life. I had literally lost everything, and a, I had a severe drinking problem and a drug abuse problem, and this woman just loved me back to life. And she was so wise, because I'm a very stubborn woman, like as I've shared with you guys before, and she just knew the way to talk to me. I come from a very rough background. I grew up in a good family. I went to private Catholic school in my life. I always had everything I wanted. My parents did the best they can. I have three brothers. It was good. But I experienced many traumas in my life, and today I don't feel victimized by all those things and all the things that have happened to me, because I've been sexually abused. I've been gang raped. I've been raped. I've just experienced so much and come out the other side. Yeah. And when I started this channel, I had wanted to. I always knew that I was meant to share my story. I just have felt in my soul that this is the reason why I've always experienced the things that I've had. So was to pass it on, how I got through it. And because I'm not I don't really listen to too many people, and I'm not really into. I've shared with you guys before, like how I don't really go with like calling myself something, and there's these, and I'm not knocking anybody who does refer to themselves as those things. It's just like something that's never really worked for me. And the difference between this woman and other people that had tried to help me in the past was the fact that she never talked down to me. I never felt like she was judging me, and you know she was just my one. She believed in me when nobody had ever believed in me in my whole life, and so I can't read everything, but I will read everything and respond to everything at the end of this. But you know that's really what I want to be. I want to be that one person for whoever needs it, to let you know that you could do it. Like, you don't have to pay somebody $1,000 to teach you a way of living, because at least I don't believe so. That's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I just, my experience, that's all I have to share. And in my experience, um, I needed somebody to tell me the truth about the way that I was living, the truth about who I was, and whether I liked. She told me that in such a loving way, and it didn't always sit well when I first heard it, but the way that she spoke to me was a way that allowed me to figure things out on my own. She never told me what to do, just like I would never tell anybody what to do. It takes what it takes to change, and I believe that people can change, but you really got to want to change. It's just because you listen to me doesn't mean that your life is going to get better. I took lots of action. I've been willing to be the outcast, and I've been willing to live without a lot of things, um, and to look the fool plenty of times, and in to um, to heal from the inside out, to be a better person. I really wanted to be a better person. I come from a lifestyle where everything was very outside. This is why I have hot pink hair now, because I always wanted to have pink hair, but I was never brave enough to have pink hair. I was too worried about what people would think, and the people that I was around, it wasn't really, like my family wasn't really a thing that my family was really into. And so now, 48 years old, that's how long it took me to really be comfortable in my skin, and it's such a freedom to be able to hold my head up high, and really not need the approval from anyone other than myself, and it was not an easy journey. I would say that I started really getting honest with myself when I was about 29. So I'm 48. So that's like, 19 years, 19 years of really looking at myself, eye to eye, and facing those parts of me. Along the way, I have gone through many things, even made lots of mistakes. It doesn't, just because I decided to make a change in my life doesn't mean that I instantly stopped, all the bad habits. I did stop drinking and drugging. That is one thing that I can say, is that, I'll have on July 10th, I'll have like 19 years free from alcohol and drugs, and that is something I never expected to happen for me. But it, you know, I'm still doing it. But I made a lot of mistakes. I've just with money. I've come into a lot of money. I've had over six figures in my bank account, and I've had negative thousands of dollars as well. So I've gone through many extremes, and today I can laugh about these things. I've had these experiences with men that have made me a better woman, and today, I'm not angry at them. I used to be so angry, and I let it ruin any of my future plans. And it's like the men that came after them really paid the price, and all I was really doing was blocking my heart, from really experiencing, really experiencing true love, and just true love of self. I'm talking, I feel like the first person that I ever really loved was a son I had when I was 19, and I gave him up for adoption because I just didn't know what kind of mother I was going to be, and he was the first and last person that I allowed myself to love until I started to learn to love myself, and just healing from that. I have a lot of hope to share, and I want to spread it. I love you guys so much, and a couple years ago I started this channel, and then my the man that I loved passed away, and I went into a deep depression for like a year. I didn't hardly get out of bed, and I gained a lot of weight, and that's another thing that I've gone through, and just getting back into the groove of things with that. But you guys have been so instrumental in me getting back on the horse, because that's what I've learned. It's like I don't have to do these things perfectly, I don't have to do anything in life perfectly. Day to day, I try to live my life day to day, and I also live by a motto that I can start my day over at any time. So if it starts going in the wrong direction, I take a deep breath, and I just start it over. So I just have all these little tools that this woman gave me to live my life, and it's little by slowly changed things for me, and seeing the truth of who I really am. And that's what I want to share. I also want you guys to leave me in the comments like what you would like to know, what you would be interested in hearing from me, so that I can elaborate on that. And I'm thinking of just doing these every Sunday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and not really having a time limit, but stopping at an hour, because everybody has a life, and I have 2 kids. So, um, but I just want this opportunity to share with you and get to know you guys more. I'm gonna be figuring out, as I just saw 12:21 on the clock. That's one of my numbers. So, um, just for us to get to know each other, and I want to know what you want to hear. So I think that that's pretty much all I'm going to share today. And yeah, I just wanted to give you an idea of where I'm thinking of going. And if this time works with you guys, or if you would prefer me to do it early in the morning. I was going to do it outside, but the last I checked, it was 93 degrees outside. So that's too dang hot. I live in South Florida, so it's like summertime weather right now. But I am so grateful that all of you showed up. Seriously, it means so much to me. And but I feel like that's it. That's really just what I wanted to share. And I will look forward to next Sunday, and look forward to reading all your comments, because I'm not good enough yet to go back and forth. So, but yeah, maybe we could do this for the tarot card readings too. This would be fun, right? So let me know how you feel about that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and thank you for showing up. And I will plan on doing this next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and just kind of on one topic. So, and just kind of do that on a weekly thing. That's my game plan. But I don't really like to plan too much. I like to just go with the flow. So we'll see. All right. So have an awesome Sunday, and I'll see you guys next week. I love you so much. Bye.